but I will declare forever. I will sing praises to the God of Jacob. Psalm 75, verse 9. The cup of wrath has been described. The wicked have been assigned their portion. Now Asaph speaks in his own voice, and the contrast is sharp. While the wicked drain the dregs of God's judgment, Asaph declares he will praise forever, but carries the full weight of the contrast. The wicked drink, but Asaph declares, the wicked receive what God has prepared for rebellion. Asaph offers what God receives from the righteous. Two responses to the same God, moving in opposite directions. Asaph does not say he will declare until his circumstances improve. He does not say he will praise when the sanctuary is rebuilt or when enemies are scattered. He says forever. This declaration extends beyond any single moment of deliverance. It commits Asaph to a permanent posture before God, rooted not in favorable conditions, but in who God is. The name Asaph chooses here is significant. He calls God the God of Jacob, not the God of the victorious, not the God of the powerful. Jacob was a man who wrestled with God through the night, who limped away from that encounter with a changed name and a permanent wound. Jacob was a man whose life contained deception, loss, grief, and long years of waiting. The God of Jacob is the God who meets men in their worst moments and remains faithful through all of them. Asaph, writing from the ruins of the sanctuary and the silence of prophecy, reaches for this name. The God who kept Jacob is the God Asaph praises forever. The praise takes a specific form. Asaph will sing. This is not silent gratitude or private acknowledgement. Song is public. Song requires breath, voice, and intention. Amid the desolation described in Psalm 74, Asaph commits to singing praises. The act of singing is itself a declaration that God is worth more than the silence the enemy has imposed. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. Psalm 75, verse 10. The psalm closes with a declaration of divine judgment and divine vindication, running side by side. The horns of the wicked will be cut off, while the horns of the righteous will be exalted. These two outcomes are not separated by time or circumstance. They belong together as God's single act of justice. The wicked have been told not to lift their horns. They have been warned that promotion belongs to God alone. They have been shown the cup waiting for them. Now the outcome is stated. Their horns, the symbols of their boasted strength and self-exaltation, will be cut off. God does not just lower them. He removes the very instrument of their pride. The contrast with the righteous is equally plain. The horns of the righteous shall be exalted. They have been giving thanks, declaring God's nearness, and waiting for His appointed time. God exalts them. The exaltation belongs to God's action, not the righteous man's self-promotion. Hannah's prayer in 1 Samuel 2 verse 1 captures this same truth when she declares that her horn is exalted in the Lord, not through her own effort, but through His intervention on her behalf. Asaph ends the psalm not with a question, but with a verdict. The wicked, who refused to hear God's warning and who drank the dregs of His prepared cup, end with their horns cut off, while the righteous, who gave thanks and declared God's wondrous works, end with their horns exalted by God Himself. This psalm, which opened with double thanksgiving, closes with justice. God's name is near, and His judgment is certain. His people declare it forever.